I want to tell you about a client who is having consistent 10K months and still texting me asking if she could afford to pay herself. And the first time she said that to me, I was not surprised at all because I have seen this exact same situation more times than I can count. Revenue that looks great on paper, a business that's technically growing, and a business owner who's checking her account at night wondering where all of the money went. So in this video, I am going to walk you through her story, anonymously, of course. What was actually happening inside of her numbers, what we found when we looked closely, and what changed, not just in her business, but in how she felt about her money entirely. Because I think a lot of you are going to recognize yourself in this. I know I do. She's a creative service provider, runs her business solo with some contractor support. She's been in business for a few years. Her clients love her. Her referrals come in consistently. By every external measure, she's doing well. But inside, she told me that she felt like she was running on a treadmill, like she's trying to run a marathon but not going anywhere. I keep making more and it never feels like enough. When we first sat down together to truly strategize, here is what her situation looked like. Her revenue was consistently between $9,000 and $12,000 a month. What she was paying herself was around $2,500 a month. On the surface, that math seems like it should work. But when we actually pulled everything apart, she had close to $5,200 in monthly expenses. Some of it made sense. Software she used every day in her business, a contractor who handled client delivery, but some of it had just accumulated. 3 different project management software tools. She had switched twice and never canceled the old ones. A course platform subscription for a program she'd paused 6 months ago. Ad spend that was running in the background that no one was really watching. None of those things felt really huge on their own, but together they were costing her around $800 a month for things that weren't actively growing her business. But here's what was really going on underneath all of that. She had never built a personal budget. She didn't actually know what it cost to live her life. So she would set her owner's pay almost randomly. It was just a number that felt safe. Not too greedy, not too low, just somewhere in the middle. And because she didn't know what she needed, she could never tell if she was okay. A $10,000 month felt the same to her as a $7,000 month because she had no baseline to measure either one against. So here's what we did. First, we identified her personal baseline. We went through her actual personal spending, not what she thought she spent, what she actually spent. Her real number came out to about $4,100 a month, which meant, factoring in taxes, she needed to pull about $5,500 out of her business every month for her life to feel stable. Not $2,500, $5,500. She had been underpaying herself by over $3,000 a month and wondering why everything felt tight and why her personal credit card debt was exploding. Then we went through her business expenses line by line. We cut those 3 redundant subscriptions. We paused the ad spend until she had a clear strategy for it. We renegotiated her contractor agreement to better match the actual workload. That audit alone freed up just over $1,100 a month. Money that was already in her business but was just leaking out of the bottom. And then we looked at her offers. She had one package that was her most popular. Clients loved it, she sold it consistently. But when we looked at what it actually cost her to deliver it, contractor time, her own hours, the tools required, she was keeping less than 40% of what she charged. Not because the offer was bad, because the price had never been built around what it actually cost to deliver. It had been built around what felt right, what she'd seen others charge, what she thought clients would pay. So we restructured the pricing. She was nervous, she raised it anyway, been there, done that. Not a single client left. 3 months later, here's where she was. Paying herself $5,500 a month consistently, on purpose. Expenses down by over $1,100. Profit margin up significantly. And for the first time, she knew her numbers. And it wasn't stressful. It wasn't that she was playing catch up. She was saying, I'm looking at my dashboard in the morning and I know exactly where I stand. She told me, I feel like I finally have permission to run my business instead of just reacting to it. And I want to be really clear about something here because her revenue didn't dramatically change in those 3 months. She didn't land some massive client. She didn't launch a new offer. She didn't work more hours. What changed was that she started making intentional decisions instead of reactive ones. She knew her personal baseline. She knew her profit margin. She knew what every offer actually cost to deliver, and she had a plan, not a feeling, for every financial decision. That's the difference between tracking numbers and actually understanding them. You can do your bookkeeping all day long, but if you don't analyze it, it means nothing. Now, everything we did with her, the personal baseline, the expense audit, the pricing review, the monthly strategy, that is not a one-time fix. That's a system. And in the next video, I'm going to show you exactly what that system looks like and how to know if it's what your business actually needs right now. Because if any part of her story felt familiar, the 10K months that don't feel like 10K months, the paying yourself whatever feels safe, the expenses you keep needing to look at, the next video is going to feel like it was made specifically for you, because it was. It is right here in the playlist. I'll see you there.